the Seven under new names. However, despite being twins, they have very different motives. The Order wants to help destroy the Loop and give people their freedom, while the Imagine simply wants revenge. Despite all of this manpower, there's only one person left who could help win the fight, and she crashed onto the Ice Moon years ago. Yes, the scientist is adamant that reaching Paradigm will turn the tide in their favor. As far as the others are concerned, Paradigm is dead and a traitor, yet the scientist always held out hope. He's in love with her and is desperate to see her again. After breaking through to her, turns out she's alive but trapped inside the mech. To convince the others, scientist tells him that he was talking with the AI in her suit instead. At that same time, Sloane is busy on her counterattack. With the Loopers rally behind the Seven, she realizes they're losing the battle and decides on a more destructive plan. Instead of wasting resources by fighting on land, she calls up her Doomsday department and begins working on a device known as the Collider. Yeah, the same one that was going to be used during the final showdown before Paradigm talked them out of it. If it destroys the Seven for good, Sloane will stop at nothing to achieve that goal. The Order hears about these plans and tells the others. The rescue mission is a go, not for Paradigm, but for her mech, which will be essential to destroying the Collider and winning the Zero War. Before they can do that, they need a powerful energy in order to power the mech, called the Zero Shard. In a secret mission, the Seven sneak into the bridge with the help of Agent Jones, who explores the wreckage. He finds his old office, which is now upside down, and picks up a framed photo. It's of his wife and kids, which he left behind hundreds of years ago. You see, when you join the Imagined Order, you swear an oath, and in return are granted immortality. Your family could also take this offer, but they need to live on the island, and Jones's family refused to do that, despite living on a dangerous homeworld. As a result, they weren't immortal and only had protection. They lived to ripe old ages, as Jones was forced to watch his wife die. As his kids got older too, he told the Imagined Order that he wanted to go back and grow old, dying with his grandchildren that he barely knew. He was just too useful to Sloane by then, and she reminded him that if he quit, his family would lose the protection on their homeworld. So he stayed, for descendants he has never met. Now that it's eating him up inside, and as he dwells on it, the mission must continue. They continue their search for the Zero Shard, eventually finding out that it's located on the Ice Moon. Perfect, they can crush two birds with one stone. Well, that's until they approach a frozen castle, something that has remained undisturbed for a very long time. As the crew walk inside, they find a room full of artifacts, ancient weapons frozen in pillars. And at the end of the corridor, the Ice King, who reveals his true intentions after all this time. Greetings, visitors. To reach my throne room alive is an achievement indeed. Uncounted ages ago, brave allies and I began collecting items of power, things and beings too dangerous to exist. My worst fears were realized when my staunchest comrade argued for using these items to alter realities to our liking. I was forced to freeze him, my other knights, and all we had acquired. So yes, this explains why the Ice King and Fire King were at war with each other, despite the fact that they used to share a round table. He wasn't a prisoner because of a small disagreement. The Ice King was protecting reality this entire time. The reason the Ice Moon is so uninhabitable is because it was designed that way, so he could be isolated for all time. Now that they're standing in his impenetrable fortress, their presence here proves they are too dangerous to remain free. But before they can be wiped out by the Ice King, a familiar face shows up, Paradigm. She grabs them and destroys the castle. We're headed back to the island one way or another. The Zero War is about to end.
Crew to battle stations. Don't have much time to hit the Collider. Clear a path. I'll get us there. Legend? I thought you were on the case.
Yeah. Nothing we can't handle. Just as soon as we figure it out.
All enemy forces have been eliminated. This is our chance. Divert power to Blade Strike. Hold on!
In the wreckage, the final battles commence. Dr. Sloane is the Seven's last obstacle before reaching the Collider.
Sloane! You don't have to do this!
Always so dramatic. Any last words, Jones?
So with Sloane out of the picture, the Order and the Imagine look up, only to spot their father, Geno. He's here to personally face off against them and gets the Order in a chokehold. This is ridiculous. You're still my blood, just ask and I'll let you live. Send you somewhere safe. Little does he know, the Imagine isn't very interested. I have a better idea. We'll set you somewhere, father, everywhere. In one last sacrifice, the Imagine decides that killing Geno is worth the cost. She gets her final wish, tackling him straight into the 0 point, and as it cycles through countless realities, they are both ripped apart, atoms scattered across the Omniverse.
Who is that?
The 0 point is focused on Geno. This is our best chance to find him.
Let's go!
All right, it's up to you now. We don't have much time. Don't worry, I got you.
Jones and the Foundation chase Geno, not expecting to see him fading away. Imagine has died in his arms and he's slowly passing too. Geno has one final message for the Foundation. You always believed my methods were abhorrent, that you knew a better way. Congratulations, and now you get to prove it. I genuinely hope you're right, because if you fail, it means the end of everything. I have to go now. I have to admit, it's good to lay my burden down after all this time. It'll be nice to rest. He fades into nothing. Geno is dead and the Imagined Order have been defeated. The Zero War is over and they won. Celebrations across the island spread like wildfire. Now the Zero Point is finally liberated. It can blossom, nature takes over, but not everything is as it seems. The orb starts sending out distress signals, and strange relics begin to appear around the island. The scientist is confused and can't understand why it's doing this. But it's all the work of a villain hiding in the shadows, a herald who is secretly using the Zero Point to search across the Omniverse. And in her search, she finds the Nothing. This is a truly evil presence that gives her the dark power of Chrome, and it's about to be unleashed upon the island in the name of her old friends, the Last Reality. With Geno out of the way and the Seven caught off guard, it consumes everyone. The Scientist, Origin, and a whole lot more are devoured, turned into Chrome, while Paradigm is the sole survivor. The only thing she can do is return to her homeworld, creating a plan that'll bring her friends back and save reality. Except Chrome is just too powerful.